Hey guys, how's it going? It's been quite a while since I made a video the last time for Man City Fan TV. But yeah, uh, just had the idea of making a video for just to show you guys a bit of our Derby Day celebrations in Goa. So we had this big screening in Panjim, which is the capital in Goa, and what went down was, as I explained in my previous video, the previous video I made for Man City Fan TV, that uh, over here, whenever there are big games in Goa, like City versus United, Liverpool versus United, Chelsea, Arsenal, whenever the top teams are involved, we try to do joint screenings here in Goa. So what do we mean by joint screenings is there's multiple screenings that happens all across Goa, and that kind of diversifies the crowd in Goa. So if you're having 5 to 6 screenings across the state for a single game, the crowd gets separated into different venues. But what we try to do is, Arsenal, Chelsea, United, City and Liverpool all have official supporter clubs in Goa. And all of them are not official. Liverpool is official, United is official, and City is official. So, but yeah, there are supporter clubs for each group. And what we try to do is we try to find out a place. Like for example, for the City and United game, we try to find out a place, and the bar or the pub or the sports bar where we are screening the game, they make us an offer where they would like both the official supporter clubs to come down, because that would help in pulling in a lot of the crowd. And a crowd that would go into 2 to 3 different places actually comes down to one place, and there's a much more heated atmosphere. There's a bigger crowd, there's much more of a match day atmosphere, and people, it's a scene where everybody enjoys and everyone has fun. You really get to live the game instead of just watching a game as you would in your house on TV. So yeah, talking about the derby, it was a spectacular game. There's just positives really. This whole season has just been positives. We've dropped a few points against Wolves, Liverpool, which, let's be honest, most of us didn't really expect much out of that game. A win would be a real bonus for us, but who wouldn't take a goalless draw at Anfield? So that I wouldn't say that was really points dropped. Of course we could have won the game, but it was a good result nevertheless. We dropped points against Wolves and Lyon in the Champions League, but besides that our season has been really, really good. I mean, we've reached to the point where we are at, I mean, the point on the table that we are at now without our best player. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne's been injured. He came back for a while, played like a game and a half, and then got injured again. So, I mean, yeah, we've lost our, statistically at least, our best player from last season and one of the best midfielders in the world. But we've still got to an amazing point. I mean, we're still unbeaten in the Premier League too. So that's really great. And yeah, so when I was scrolling through my Twitter feed, I actually saw a really good tweet that brought out a really good point, and that was that, we managed to get a point at Anfield and we managed to get a win at the Etihad versus Man United. So that's 4 out of 6 points from 2 fixtures that we got 0 out of 6 points last year. We lost at Anfield, and we lost at the Etihad to Manchester United. So those were 2 games where we dropped big points last year, but we didn't manage to lose this year, and that's again another huge positive for the team. And I mean, going back to the derby, I'm not really sure what I can say about it. I mean, it was a spectacular game. I don't think United even had shot on target, was it? Besides the penalty, of course. But yeah, it was really great. The way we took them down, the work rate of the players like Bernardo Silva getting back and defending, Fernandinho doing an amazing job. Stones and Laporte at the centre-back partnership have been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we've kept so many clean sheets with Stones and Laporte at centre back, and they've been doing really, really well. I mean, they're playing as if they've been playing together for so many years. So that's another positive. Our fullbacks are doing well. Our midfield, I mean, David Silva, wow. I mean, wow. What can we say about David Silva? He's just so good. He's what, 33 years old right now, and looks like he's playing possibly his best season ever, because he scored in all the Champions League games besides the Lyon game. He just scored in the derby, and the assists are coming, the passes are insane, and I really don't know what to say about David Silva. I mean, how much better can it get than this? Jesus just found his form in the Champions League game last week, where he scored those goals and took some really good penalties. So yeah, the team has been doing really well. We really enjoyed the derby, and yeah, I wanted to show you guys a bit of the chants that we were singing. I mean, there was too much of excitement going around, and we couldn't really record all the chants that we were singing, but we managed to get, I mean, a few of the people that were sitting around managed to get some of the chants on film. So we just wanted to show you how we enjoyed that. And yeah, like I was saying, the sports bar that we had the screening at this time decided to call over the City Supporters Club and the Manchester United Supporters Club. So we were surrounded by Man United Supporters Club members on all sides. The funny thing was, at least half of them came without jerseys. I'm not sure what the logic behind that was. It's probably because, I don't know, they're probably not very happy with the state of their team, and they probably knew the result that was coming, and who knows, didn't want to take any risks. But yeah, we got really excited once the goals came in. Of course, we were a bit nervous to sing because we did a similar screening last year where we were singing and chanting all the time. But what happened that time was, I mean, as you know, Pogba scored the 2 goals, Smalling scored the goal, they came back and they won the game, and we were absolutely distraught. I mean, we were all upset and we just wanted to get home. Of course, we were singing City, the best team in the world, and Mind the Gap and everything, but once we got home, the disappointment really kicked in. So since that game, we were a bit, I wouldn't say afraid, but we were a bit, shaky about singing chants for the fear that it would come back and hit us in the face. But yeah, we sang throughout the game. We just kept singing, and once that 3rd goal went in, there was no holding back. We sang all the possible songs we could, all the anti-United songs, and we just handed the asses out to them. I mean, we just kept singing, and I'm sure most of you people who are very much into details would see that a lot of the chants were actually out of tune and a bit shaky. But if you could forgive us for that, because we were just ecstatic at that moment, and we had so much of anger and happiness and revenge in our head that we just kept shouting and singing whatever was coming to our mind, and we didn't really focus on the tune of the chant and everything. But yeah, as I said, we had a lot of revenge and anger on the inside, and we just wanted to get our passion out through our chants. So we sang and sang and sang right to the point where they got really annoyed and they just had to leave. I mean, the United fans had to leave. So yeah, if you want to know about how the Goan fans are content with, the Goan fans are very content with the team right now. Yeah, so everybody in Goa is very content with the way the team is performing. Pep is doing an excellent, fabulous job. And as I said, you start seeing all these stats of how the team is performing and how the team is doing. And it actually really looks like the team is much, much stronger this season than last season. So yeah, all we can do is hope for the best. There's vested interest when it comes to winning the Champions League and winning the Premier League, but I'm sure everybody really wants to do both. Winning a second Premier League would be absolutely massive, and it's something that hasn't been done in recent years for quite a long time. So that would be leaving quite the impression if we could do that. And of course, yeah, the big one, the Champions League. The Champions League is a huge. It's like the holy grail at the moment, and that's the only thing left to add to our trophy cabinet. So if we could do that, that would be really great. And I think we have quite a big chance this year, because if you go to see the teams like Bayern Munich are not doing quite well. PSG is alright, but again, Liverpool defeated them, so they're not at their best. Barcelona is alright, Real Madrid is not doing well. Most of the top teams are actually looking a bit, they're not looking at their best, they're not looking invincible, and we are looking pretty good. I mean, if we stay together, put all our efforts together, work hard, I'm sure we can defeat any team in Europe. So here's hoping that we could go all the way this year, go one step further than we have gone before. We've reached the semi-final. Hopefully this year we can get into the final and win the final. I mean, everybody would absolutely love that at City. So if we could go the distance, that would be great. Things are looking really positive, and there's nothing you can fault with the City squad at the moment. Pep is just getting the team to higher and higher levels. It's just rise and rise and rise. And as City fans who have, of course, we've not seen as much of declines as the fans back in UK and Manchester, but as City fans that have seen at least a bit of the declines and taken a lot of stick from opposite fans and come from the bottom, and the fact that we've come from the bottom and now we're at the top, it's great. It's lovely to see all this, and I mean, things like this make you just emotional. So if you want to have a look at a bit of the emotion that poured out from us, I'll show you the clips now, a few clips that we have from our Derby Day screening. Here we go. Ole! Ole!